Yo, what's going on, everyone? I haven't posted to this channel for a long time, and probably if you weren't a student of mine at the University of New South Wales, you may have never seen a video upload from this channel. But that's okay. Look, I'm here to announce that I have two new software engineering projects coming up in the works. The first project is interesting. We're going to be making a cross platform app centered around language learning. Now, you probably can't see from this shot that I'm in, but actually, right now I'm in Tokyo in Japan. And so, obviously, as a non Japanese, learning Japanese is extremely important. So, this app is going to be focused on going from English to Japanese and also from Japanese to English. So that way Japanese people can also improve their English as well. And it's going to be very interesting, I think. Now there's already some what would you say, similar apps that do similar things to this app, but I think we're going to be taking everything and we're going to be synthesizing it into a completely new and more totally complete package. So I'm excited for that. Now, as for the software engineering side, we're going to be targeting everything. I want this thing to be on Windows, I want it to be on Mac, I want it to be on the web, I want it to be on Android, I want it to be on iOS, and I want it to be on Linux because Linux doesn't get enough love. And different from other cross-platform apps or so-called cross-platform apps. What this app is going to be is we're going to be going back to our roots and we're going to be writing everything in C and C++. Well, C++, but in a C style. Now, this is interesting because to my knowledge, there are no enterprise app making influencers, dependent app developers that are talking about how to actually do cross-platform app development. So I'm very excited to help push the field forward in this direction. And it's going to be easy. It's going to be easy because somebody will be explaining it, namely myself. So we're going to be going through that. I'm very excited about this because we're also going to be focusing, because we're not going to be using any scripted languages or anything like that. We're going to have a focus on leanness and performance and also usability for the user as well. I want things to be snappy. I want things to be responsive. I want things to be easy for the developer as well. This will be one of the very first times I've ever seen where a cross-platform app will have all of its code be a single code base that isn't written in, say, React Native or Flutter or some weird intermediate thing. No, we're going straight down to the source. Okay, so that's project number one. Project number two, we're going to be making a new programming language. Now, I know, in 2025, which is when this video is being created, it seems everyone has a new programming language. You got Rust to rival with C and C++. So you have Rust, you have Zig, you've got Jai, Jonathan Blow's language. You've got probably some other things. I'm missing another major one. Odin's another one that's kind of up and coming. And all these languages are great. They're great. Honestly, they are. But they have some things I don't like about them, and I wanted to have something that I think will be going back to our roots again. It's all about going back to our roots with these projects. So the language's name is going to be called Umi, UMI, and I'll explain more about why I chose that name as we get into the videos. Now, Umi is going to be basically C, very similar to C, have kind of those sort of low-level features the same as C. So if you know the C programming language, then you'll probably just get Umi like that. But what the new addition that will be kind of the differentiating point between C and Umi is that, just like JAI, I want this language to have a massive emphasis on metaprogramming. I think metaprogramming has been undervalued in native statically ahead of time statically compiled languages, and I think if we want to help this field advance further, we have to take some of what we've learned from Python, what we've learned from JavaScript, what we've learned from these other quote-unquote higher level languages, and we're going to have to put these into ahead of time compiled languages. So I'm excited about that. And I guess one of the major reasons why I'm making this language is because in my ideal is that in, say, 10 years or so, or at least in the future, there should be no technical argument for why you should ever have to use an interpreted or dynamically typed language. In 2025, there's no reason. We have the technology. CPUs are just crazy fast. We have years at this point of compiler research behind us. Usability, with massive proliferation of languages, we have massive usability. Not statistics, but like experiences and developer opinions and all of this. So I think there's no reason for why we should ever have to use Python in, say, 10, 20 years. There's just no reason for it other than legacy reasons, but no technical reasons at the very least. So I'm excited about doing that as well. Now, as for a schedule for videos, my goal today is Saturday. This is when this video is being created. From Monday, so that's 2 days from now, I want to start uploading videos sort of in the style of Casey Muratori's Handmade Hero. So it's going to be me going through how I'm writing the code and sort of verbalizing my thoughts while I'm doing it, saying why I've chosen to do certain things, what you should avoid. So that way, not only do you see how the sausage is made, so to speak, but you also get sort of that developer commentary so that you can kind of peek into the mind of a more senior developer such as myself. I've been programming this stuff for 10 years now, and there's a lot of things I want to share. So from Monday, aiming for one video every day. I'm going to pre-record the videos, so they won't be in real time, but that doesn't mean I don't want your feedback. If you have comments or questions, I would love it if you could first subscribe to this channel, and then for each video that you care about posting into, then just use the comment section to ask things away. While we're small still, I'll be able to read everything and sort of make a comment about it from the next week's slot of videos. But I want to hear what you guys questions you guys have. I want to hear them. And for the time being, the content in the videos will be freely available. But I do eventually want to put in monetization. I don't know how I'm going to do it at the start. I don't want to be too sort of predictive with that because I don't know the details. But that is going to come down the pipeline eventually. Okay, so that's what I have to announce for right now. I'm excited to start to see if we can't help shift the software culture going back into something more like what we were seeing in the 90s and early 2000s, you know? More of a focus on performance, more of a focus on putting power back into the user's hands, less of a focus on sort of predatory practices by major companies, things like this. So, like I said, please support this channel. I have many, many, many other plans going on in the back of my mind as well. So I'm excited to share those with you. And together, I think we can make the software world a much better place, at least for developers. So that's all I have for right now. Thank you for watching, and onward and upward, as they say.